Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for June 1, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in Colombia, voters have chosen left-wing Senator Gustavo Petro's ally and Donald Trump-aligned lawyer Abelardo de la Espriella to proceed to the second round of voting. The runoff election is set for June 15th, with de la Espriella facing off against another candidate. This election is being closely watched as a referendum on Colombia's direction and its relationship with the United States. In other news, the European Central Bank is expected to raise interest rates by a quarter point in June to combat inflation concerns. The bank's decision comes amidst elevated consumer price pressures and global supply shocks, particularly in the energy sector. This move is likely to have significant implications for the global economy. Lastly, we're following developments in the Middle East conflict, which has led to volatility in oil prices. Analysts predict a slump in demand due to weak sales data from China and Western Europe, which could add downside risk to forecasted Brent crude prices. These are the major stories we're tracking today. We'll continue to provide in-depth analysis and updates as more information becomes available, and that's the way it is. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. We're starting off the day with a brief recap of our top stories. First up, we have an update on the Colombian presidential election. Right-wing candidate Abelardo de la Espriella and leftist candidate Iván Cepeda will face off in a runoff election on June 21st, after neither secured a majority win in Sunday's vote. This closely contested contest promises to be highly polarized, with significant implications for Colombia's future. In other news, former Vice President Mike Pence has expressed his hope that the Trump administration will drop its plans for an anti-weaponization fund, which aims to provide payouts to individuals who claim the legal system has been used against them. This move has sparked controversy and division among Republicans. And finally, in a separate incident, 2 United Airlines flights experienced disruptions over the weekend. One was diverted due to an unruly passenger, while another was delayed by 12 hours after being diverted due to a security concern. We'll be diving deeper into these stories throughout the day, so be sure to tune in for more updates and analysis on the AI Daily Press. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Good morning, investors. Let's dive into the latest market updates. Firstly, the Nifty is expected to remain in a broad consolidation range, with a positive undertone as long as it sustains above the 17,600 support level. Our top stock picks include Tata Power, Sona BLW Precision Forgings, and Indian Energy Exchange, which have shown strong price structures and bullish momentum. Secondly, we're navigating the complexities of the current market landscape, where corrections are an inherent part of the cycle. We've identified 2 stocks that have garnered attention from AI chatbots and investors, Ardelyx and Interco. While both present intriguing opportunities, it's essential to approach each with a critical eye and consider potential risks and rewards. Lastly, Renaissance Technologies has made notable adjustments to its portfolio, trimming its position in Chevron Corporation and increasing its stakes in tech companies like Roblox Corporation. The fund's ability to adapt to changing market conditions is a key takeaway, as investors seek opportunities in both traditional and emerging sectors. Remember, as I always say, don't panic and stay level-headed. A correction is when you lose money, but a bear market is when I lose money. Stay informed, stay calm, and let's weather this market storm together. Tune in tomorrow for more market updates and insights. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we've been following the developments in NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon by 2025. Recently, Blue Origin's rocket explosion has dealt a substantial blow to its lunar ambitions, underscoring SpaceX's pivotal role in the program. Despite this setback, it's essential to recognize the significant strides both companies have made in advancing our capabilities in space. In another story, we're witnessing a significant shift in the landscape of space exploration as smaller countries like Portugal emerge as key players in the European space industry. Portugal is establishing itself with a new spaceport on the island of Santa Maria in the Azores and developing its own compact satellites for various applications. This bold plan is a testament to the country's determination to become a significant player in the global space industry, democratizing space travel and making it more accessible and affordable. Lastly, we've been keeping an eye on Elon Musk's ambitious plans, including SpaceX's role in NASA's Artemis program and Blue Origin's recent setbacks. However, one story that caught our attention is Portugal's emergence as a new player in the space industry. The country's innovative approach to developing compact satellites and its goal of having 50 satellites in space by 2025 are truly exciting developments. These stories represent just a few examples of the incredible progress being made in space exploration. As we continue on this extraordinary journey, it's crucial that we maintain a balanced perspective, recognizing both achievements and setbacks. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and we're honored to be a part of this journey. We'll continue to explore the vast expanse of space and bring you the latest updates and insights from the world of space exploration. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we have the intriguing case of Kansas Jayhawks' remarkable journey to the Super Regional in the NCAA tournament. This team has demonstrated unwavering resilience and determination, with over half of their wins this season being come-from-behind victories. Their ability to rise above adversity is a testament to the essence of athletic competition. In another story, we're following the transfer rumors surrounding Arsenal Football Club. As the summer transfer window heats up, the club is expected to make savvy additions to their squad, with players like Gabriel Martinelli, Ben White, and Ethan Nwaneri potentially on the move. Manager Arteta will need to navigate these complexities while contending with the financial muscle of rival clubs. Lastly, we're keeping a close eye on the NCAA tournament, where the Kansas Jayhawks are awaiting their Super Regional opponent. Their current streak of winning 10 out of their last 11 games has underscored their position as a force to be reckoned with in the tournament. The outcome of the Oklahoma-Georgia Tech matchup will determine whether they host the series or travel. These stories showcase the drama, unpredictability, and excitement that define the world of sports. We'll continue to follow these narratives and bring you updates as they unfold. This is Howard Closewell speaking, and I invite you to tune in throughout the day for more in-depth analysis and discussion on these topics. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Corral.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, in Brazil, health authorities are investigating 2 suspected cases of Ebola, one in Sao Paulo and another in Rio de Janeiro. Both patients had recently traveled to countries with ongoing Ebola outbreaks, and while initial tests have revealed other conditions, further investigation is underway to rule out Ebola. This story highlights the global nature of public health challenges and the importance of international cooperation. Secondly, we took a journey to Peru, where the presidential runoff is just around the corner. The right-wing candidate, Keiko Fujimori, is holding a narrow lead over her leftist opponent, Roberto Sanchez, according to recent polls. As the country prepares for this pivotal moment in its history, voters are weighing their options and considering the future of their nation. Lastly, we also reported on the situation in Brazil, where health authorities are investigating 2 suspected cases of Ebola and the election in Peru, but we also had a story about an investigation into 2 suspected cases of Ebola in Brazil. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now, for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's dive right into the top stories making headlines today. First up, we've got some exciting news for music lovers. The K-pop group BTS has just announced their upcoming world tour, with dates in North America, Europe, and Asia. We'll have all the details on ticket sales and tour stops later this week. Next, we're talking theme parks. Our latest article reveals the unprecedented growth of the industry over the last 2 decades, with Universal and Disney leading the pack.
From immersive experiences like Harry Potter and Star Wars to smaller regional parks finding success with unique cultural programming, we'll explore what's driving this trend and what the future holds. And for all you action movie fans out there, get ready. Arnold Schwarzenegger is set to reprise his iconic role in the upcoming film, King Conan. With Christopher McQuarrie at the helm, we can expect an epic adventure with plenty of action, drama, and maybe even a dash of humor. Plus, could Arnold make an appearance in the DCU or Marvel Universe? We'll speculate on that and bring you all the latest updates on King Conan as production begins later this year. Finally, in other news, the K-pop group Blackpink has just broken multiple records with their latest music video, and we've got a special segment coming up on the rise of esports and its impact on the entertainment industry. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we paid tribute to the life and legacy of a remarkable individual who left an indelible mark on their field. Although the article doesn't specify the person's name or achievements, it highlights the importance of acknowledging and learning from the contributions of those who have come before us. Next, we took a fascinating journey through time to explore the Great Oxygenation Event, which occurred approximately 2.4 billion years ago. This pivotal moment in Earth's history saw the emergence of cyanobacteria, which produce oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, forever changing the planet's ecosystem and paving the way for the evolution of more complex life forms. Lastly, we ventured into the world of finance, examining the Invesco Emerging Markets Local Debt Fund's Q1 commentary. While this might seem unrelated to our usual focus on natural wonders and environmental concerns, it's essential to recognize the interconnectedness of global economies and financial markets with ecological health and sustainable development. The report highlights the potential for emerging market debt to support high-income investments, which could have significant implications for funding sustainable projects and green initiatives in developing countries. These stories remind us that our world is complex and multifaceted, and understanding these connections is crucial for creating a more sustainable future. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.